I am so happy that you're able to join us for this extended interview. Make sure to visit theoffbeatlife.com. Again, that's theoffbeatlife.com to get more killer resources. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this extended interview with Jessica Torres, where she's going to show us and tell us how to become body positive in any size. Hey Jess.
Hi, how are you?
First question, how do you create a brand for a specific niche like the one that you're at now?
It's very funny that I made a business out of my biggest insecurity, and that's the way I see it. You know how they always say, what's your best quality? Make it into a job or a lifestyle or whatever it is. For me, it was the complete opposite. I said, I really hate my body. I really hate the way I look, but I learned to accept it and I learned to love myself. It's not like I decided to be like, I'm going to become this body positive guru. It was more like, hey guys, this is how it worked for me. This is what I did. And if the tips help you, then go ahead and use them. It was my experience and I hope it helps you. But if it doesn't, move along and find something that helps you. And that's what happened. I mean, it grew from that. It was just like people realizing, we said in the other interview, whether you're skinnier or you're fat or you're in between, everyone has body insecurities. So people who are plus size will see themselves in me because I'm plus size, but as someone who is not and just has a random insecurity, they'll see those tips and be like, well, I can use them towards my insecurities and work from that. And then it just turned into a business.
How were you able to finally accept who you are as a person and your body as well and become body positive?
So it was a really long process for me. To learn to accept my body took me years, and it's still something that's a constant work in progress. What I did was I threw myself into the wolves and I posted a full body picture, and then I became a plus size style blogger where you have to show your body because you're showing your clothes, you're showing your face, you're putting yourself out there, and kind of made me quickly have a thick skin because you don't have time when it becomes a business. You don't have time to sit back and be like, oh no, I'm feeling a little insecure about this. I'm feeling a little insecure about that. It just motivates you to understand and remind yourself that everyone else has insecurities, but you can't hide from success. You can't hide from like the life that you want just because you're afraid of what other people may think. So that was a great motivating point for me. And when you have bills to pay and the way you use it is with your fat body, then you're going to use your fat body.
What is this industry like? Is it easy to get collaborations and sponsorships and work with different publications?
So I was lucky enough to make friends, to be true friends with a lot of the influencers that I work with, that you see me collaborate. I collaborate with people with who I honestly feel comfortable with, that I can laugh, and make me laugh. And then when you create genuine friendships with people, you get to work with them because there's nothing worse than working with someone you can't stand or working with someone who makes you uncomfortable. What I do is I reach out to people that I like. Sometimes I don't even know them. Sometimes we become friends through this collaboration, and that's even better. And then what I do and I tell everyone is to constantly pitch yourself, reach out to all the brands, whether you have 2 followers or you have 2 million followers, reach out to every brand you want to work with, every brand you're interested in. Just introduce yourself. You don't have to be like, hi, I'd like to work with you. My rate is $5 million. Please hire me. Just honestly create a relationship with these brands, because you have to remember that the people dealing with the brands are actual human beings. So they want to have a connection as well. So like, hi, my name is Jessica. This is my blog. This is my Instagram. If you're interested in you're looking for plus size influencers, I'm here. I hope you're having a great day. Keep me in mind for any events or anything that you might have coming up. Hope everything's well with you. Just introduce yourself.
How easy is it, or how hard is it to transition from your 9 to 5 and going into an influencer?
It's extremely hard, and the hardest part is not doing the work. The hardest part is making the decision to actually leave your job, because I genuinely liked what I was doing. I liked the people that I was working with, and it made me really happy to be there and, go into the studio and make these videos and write these articles. Like, it genuinely made me happy. But I realized that I wanted more and that I had to become so comfortable in that place that I wasn't growing. And I'm someone who wants to constantly continue to grow in life, like as a person and as a professional. And I said, what's the next step for me is to actually, I was able to do it for this brand. I was able to give this brand millions of followers. It was time for me to do it for myself. And I'm starting from scratch. It's really scary. But the hardest part was letting, like when you're going to do a bungee jumping, the hardest part is letting go. That's definitely the hardest part. It gets easier. At first, it's really tough because you have to create a schedule for yourself, and you have to take away these fears, because if you sit down with fear, you're not going to be fed and you're not going to get paid. So you kind of just have to jump into it.
How did you deal with the whole situation when you worked for that company and you created these incredible videos that they're still using today, but you can't use yourself, and you wanting to use those contents because they were your original content, but now they own it? What is that like, and what advice would you give someone who may go into the same field?
There's a lot of brands that once you create content, they own it. And I think my advice would be, create content for your company that you're working for, but also create content for yourself on the side. Like, don't, just because you were an influencer, you got hired to do a job for another company, don't abandon what what originally got you there, and create content so that you don't feel like at last minute you're like, oh man, I have nothing to show because everything I did it for them. And then you end up with nothing. So continue creating content for yourself on the side, and to have that serious talk of like, am I able to use this content when I leave? Most likely no, but at least ahead of time. So just have that uncomfortable conversation before you sign any contract. And I mean, when I started that job, I didn't think it was going to be a viral, site. I thought it was just going to be like something that's going to help me pay my bills and teach me how to be a social influencer. And it was, and it did. But I didn't expect it to be so successful as it was.
But you're also successful now, so that's really amazing. Now, you are very much into fashion and beauty. What's one tip that you can give us for someone who doesn't put on as much makeup or put on beautiful clothes all the time, because we can't do that with our job?
So my biggest fashion tip is, if you want to not think too much about what you have to wear dresses, jumpsuits, or jumpers, because it's a one piece and you don't have to mix and match with anything. You know what I mean? So if you wear a jumpsuit, you wear a jumper, a romper, whatever it is, then you just add accessories, shoes, and a bag, make it yourself, and you're good to go. That's it. That's all you have to do. And because it's your body, your face, and your style, it's going to be so unique. No one else is going to be able to do it like you. Like, you and I can wear the same blue dress you're wearing right now, right? But you're going to style it differently than the way I'm going to style it. So now fashion is what they have in the runways, and style is what you do with it.
Yes, I always wear dresses or one pieces because I don't like to think about what I like to wear. And you will definitely style this dress way better than me, because it's just a dress and then that's it. I'm like, okay, up or down the hair. Thank you, Jess, for giving us all of these incredible tips. I really appreciate it. If our listeners want to know more about you, where can they find you?
Of course, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at This Is Jessica Torres. And on Twitter, This Is Jessica T, because they have no more space for my last name. This is Jessica T on Twitter. Come tweet at me. Let's fight. I'm just kidding. Let's not fight.
Thanks, Jess. Thanks for joining me on this extended interview. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on iTunes. We can also chat some more on Facebook at The OB Live. I'll talk to you soon.